everybody, it's Lana here from Sage and Sound with a video today on emotional reasoning. Now, emotional reasoning is one of the unhelpful thinking styles, although we are using emotion, so it's not so much a thinking style. What it really means is that we're using our emotions, the way we feel about something, to make a decision instead of using our rational or logical mind. Why is this even a problem? Well, our emotions about things are often generated by our fears or by our past experiences or by what we expect to happen, rather than being an accurate representation of what the situation itself might actually hold for us. I think this is a really particularly tricky, unhelpful style to work with, because how do you tell the difference between I'm afraid of something and this is my intuition telling me not to do it? It is so easy to get the two confused, particularly when you think about our evolutionary history and the idea that when we're under stress, our logical brain shuts down and we are working primarily with emotion. Our body wants us to respond to emotion like fear and anger because it helps us to run away or to fight when we're under stress. So we've really been hardwired to pay attention to emotions as a way to drive our actions. But because we do know more about how our brains and our bodies work, we also understand that a lot of the time fear can be generated not because the experience itself is going to be bad for us, but just because we're expecting that something bad will happen. Like I think about speaking on stage and I feel very scared, and that says to me, oh, I probably shouldn't do that. The reason I'm feeling scared is that people will laugh at me. The reason I'm feeling scared is because it's out of my comfort zone, and because I have an unhelpful thought, people are going to laugh at me. I don't actually know what the experience is going to hold until I go through the experience and live through it. And that's actually true even for experiences we've had before. Just because you've been through an experience and had a negative time one time doesn't mean that it's going to happen the next time. So if people laughed at you in high school when you gave a speech, it does not mean they're going to laugh at you in the workplace. But when you think about the speech, that sense of fear and that memory of what it was like in high school is going to come back and affect the way that you're feeling about the experience. So how do we get through it? There's a few different ways that you can work with to get through the experience. So if the emotion isn't too great, it is really good to engage your logical mind a bit more and ask questions like, why am I afraid of this? Does this remind me of something from my past, or am I catastrophizing about this event and how it might play out? Am I going into the future with my thinking? And that is what is causing this emotion. And if you can ask yourself a question like that, and the answer is yes, it is connected to the past, or yes, I am catastrophizing the future. Once you know that, it will make it easier to make a decision rationally about whether to go through the experience or not, because you won't be able to believe in the emotion the same way. Once you know where it's coming from and it's not actually connected to this thing you're thinking about doing, you do gain clarity as to whether or not I want to do it. So that's one way to go into the experience. The second way takes a bit longer, and that is to start practicing meditation on a regular basis. So to get into the habit of tuning into your body and noticing what's there, because that helps you distinguish between, is this fear or is this my intuition saying this isn't actually the right direction for you? Usually a sense of intuition doesn't present in the same way as fear does. So fear is very urgent, and it is often accompanied by thoughts about how bad the experience is going to be. We know we're catastrophizing. Whereas an intuition, don't do that, is much more likely to just be a lack of energy. It just feels flat. And if you are being pulled to do something by your intuition, you often experience that, yeah, as a going towards. And this makes sense because intuition isn't a fear-based thing. You know, there are certain experiences that are easier for us and not so easy for us, but a sense of intuition is essentially coming from a place of love, not from a place of fear. If you make a choice against your intuition, the grand scheme of things, it doesn't necessarily matter too much. So there's never that sense of urgency. You know, that sense of urgency comes from our body and that desire to protect ourselves. So if you engage in meditation where you are paying attention to your feelings and your body, you get to know how much better how your thoughts are connected to the way that you feel, and that helps you pick apart, okay, well, where is those times where it is intuition driving this, you know, where I don't have a sense that I'm worrying about something that's happened in the past or catastrophizing this event. I just have this sense of, ooh, that's not right for me. That is intuition. That one you can listen to. So that is a longer practice, but over time it is of benefit to you, and it's a interesting side benefit to meditation alongside it, being able to help us with things like feeling more relaxed and centered even when we're under stress. Okay, so that gives you a couple of different strategies to try. See how you go with those. And if you would like some more support with being able to take action despite what's going on for you emotionally, if you want to be able to work towards your goals consistently, regardless if you're feeling motivated, flat, stressed, calm, happy, not happy, then that's something that we can help with at Sage and Sound. So I'll pop the link to our website, which you can book from directly, into the comments. And if you'd like some support with emotional reasoning or reaching your goals despite what is going on for you emotionally, then just get in touch with us. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful.